I'm Marthel Neville, and you're in the strategy room. If you thought the 2016 Democratic field was set, think again. There is growing speculation Vice President Joe Biden is getting close to making a decision on whether to run for president. Biden, who has already run twice for the White House, would face a very tough challenge from Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton. Here with reaction are Professor Jeanne Zaino from Iona College and T.J. McCormack, former media specialist for Astorino for governor. Good to see both of you.
Good to see you.
I'm going to start with you, Jeanne, and ask you, so is Vice President Biden really serious about possibly trying to become the president? As you know, he was encouraged by his now late son, Beau Biden.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think he's getting a lot of encouragement from the inside, both his family, as you mentioned, his late son, and other members of his family, and also his insiders. So I do think there is a push there. And I also think some people feel there's an opening, given how well Bernie Sanders has been performing, that perhaps the sitting vice president has a path there. Now, I have to say, in the end, I don't think Joe Biden is going to do it. And I know my friend TJ disagrees with me, but I don't think he's going to do it. And here's why. I think you look at those fundraising numbers of Hillary Clinton, $45 million, the most ever raised in the first quarter, and you look at the level of support. I'm not sure Joe Biden's going to want to risk his legacy. And also, let's not forget that he is going to be 74 years old. That is that's very old to be taking on the presidency. Hillary Clinton, 69, just like Ronald Reagan. So I do think there are some things working against it.
Okay, TJ, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I do think he's going to go for it. I think there's no accident that we're hearing this now. These little leaks to the press, these little mentions. I think it's an indication that he's on board and ready to go. You add in the fact that, you know, what this man has been through personally when he first took office as senator from Delaware decades ago. His wife and daughter had just died in an accident. This man's life, he's been wearing it on his sleeve. And I think the influence of his now late son, Beau, I think that goes a long way. And I think also, look, again, this guy's a career politician. He knows when he has an opening, and he's going to jump in there and take it. And in terms of the fundraising, look, if anybody can take away big union, big labor money from Hillary Clinton and others, it's Joe Biden. This is Mr. Blue Collar. This is Mr. I'm from Scranton. Don't forget that.
So, TJ, if you feel that Joe Biden, Vice President Biden, realizes when he has an opening, how could the vice president try to stand apart from Hillary Clinton?
Well, you know, he's the guy. He can point to the last 8 years. He's been hands-on. He can lay claim to everything from marriage equality to decisions on Iraq and Afghanistan and Obamacare. I mean, you know, this guy has been a very active vice president. He has not been a bystander, and especially on that gay marriage thing. Let's not forget, he opened up that door for the president to walk right through.
And I think he will. I think if he does, I think he will run supporting the Obama administration. But I do think that could potentially work against him, because we don't do well electing a third term. And President Obama is not that popular right now. So I think as much as Joe Biden would defend the Obama administration, and I think he would, I'm not sure that would work in his favor as he goes forward. So I do think there are some things like that working against him. And I have to say, Joe Biden is a realist, and he is somebody who is going to look carefully, despite all the push to get in, at whether, in fact, he has a path to the presidency. And I think if you are a betting person at this point, as much as his poll numbers are up a little bit and as much positive feeling as there is out there in the Democratic Party, I think it would be a tough run for him this third time around.
Okay, well, let's take a look at a Real Clear Politics average poll regarding the 2016 Democratic presidential nomination. Take a look there. Hillary Clinton, 62.8. Bernie Sanders trailing with 14.3%. And there is Joe Biden at 13.3. So I don't know. What do those numbers say to you?
There's his opening. I mean, there you go. I mean, you know, 62. I mean, her numbers speak for themselves. We know it's her second shot at a coronation, which I believe, again, you know, we were talking about this before. I don't think America loves a coronation. I don't think they like when somebody thinks it's money in the bank. Americans don't like it when you touch the money. They want this thing to play out. And I think, again, Biden's a realist, and I think he knows that. But there's his opening right there. He hasn't even announced. It's just speculation, and he's got 13.
And if you're a big money donor and you're seeing those numbers with her at 62, 63%, and he's down at 13, 14%, who are you going to put your money behind? You're going to put it behind the sure thing, which at this point you have to say is Hillary Clinton. And let's not forget, Joe Biden is not an unknown. He is as well known as she is, and he's still down there. So it's not as if he's an unknown, and once he gets his name out there, perhaps his support will go up. He's a known entity, and I have to say he is beloved on the left, and he is seen as a real progressive who has done some really good work. I just not sure he's going to want to risk that on a third run in which everything he's done in the last 8 years would end with him in defeat to Hillary Clinton.
We have to leave it there. I thank you both, Jeanne Zaino and T.J. McCormack. Thanks again to all of you as well, and check out foxnews.com for more in the 2016 presidential race. I'm Arthel Neville. Thanks for watching.